Hello, welcome to Magical Maidens Jewelry Tutorials. Today what I have for you is another jewelry tutorial showing you how to use a die cutting machine and make some cute cat jewelry. Now you can do this with any kind of die cuts, but today I have cat jewelries. And in case you haven't seen my other two jewelry tutorials, one with the cute cat earrings I made, and then the other with the necklace I made using cat die cuts and my die cutting machine, my Sizzix Big Shot. Okay, I'm not going to go in how to use it and all the pieces because I have many videos, and especially my last two videos showing you about the die cutting machine and die cuts. So these are the two die cuts. Now what I'm going to try to do is, this is an old pendant. I had recently removed the glue, so I'm going to try to see which one fits better within here. So I'm going to put this aside, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that. So you're going to get some cardstock. For this particular one, it's some black glitter. It comes in a sheet like this. This is silver glitter, a 12 by 12, and it's $1.99. And I got it at Hobby Lobby, and they always have sales like 70% off, 50, 20, what have you. I might use this. It has the backing on the pendant, so I'm going to put that over here. So you only really need a piece of the cardstock. You don't need a lot. And these are my platforms, and I show you everything about it and the self-healing cutting mat and all of that in my last two and other videos using this on my jewelry tutorial playlist. So that's why I'm not going to waste time. Now, when you have the die cuts, you're going to have a sharp side and a dull side. The sharp side is the side that cuts. So you're going to be putting this facing down. Okay, now when you break it apart, there's little pieces that you have to remove because it's going to come all interconnected when you get the die cuts. And I just take that and go like that. Okay. Now you can remove the inlays if you wanted to, but I want them to stay on the cats. So I'm going to make sure this is in there. And then I'm going to position it, and then I'm going to crank it through, and then hold this down and pass it through once, but then I'll go in reverse. You don't have to, but I do it to make sure it really cuts through. I do it a few times. It's up to you. Okay. Let's see. Now you want to take your crafting tool. And sometimes they stick and they pop out really easy, as you saw that one. Garbage. And look, it gives a little heart design. So I'm going to put that down. And the next one we'll see. Now, sometimes it comes out, and then you want to punch out. Yeah, you could save this little heart, because you never know when you might need it. You can use that for anything. So you can save that. So now this, I used it pretty much, but I could use it if I was cutting out a little heart or something. So try to save your scrap because there's still room. So here are the two little cats I cut out. With the die cutting machine. Now I want to make it double-sided. If I was to make this double-sided, which I don't have to because the back is going to be adhered to the pendant, but if I did, what I would do is then, instead of putting it down the sharp side on here, this is the reverse. I would put it on the white side. and then use the die cutting machine, pass it through, and then you got two sides, and then you would glue it together. So just so you know that. I think I'm going to use this kitty cat for this project. Now I cannot peel this off, which I wish I could. So we're going to see how this works. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this aside, and I'm getting this. Now I want to cut out a piece of cardstock that's going to fit in there. And then I'm going to have to make it a round piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it this way. I'm going to show you something. And then make an imprint. And you can see it, it's very light. I can see it, you probably can't. So I don't want to cut a lot of this because I may need this later. So I put some E6000 glue and I spread it. And I had cut this out prior. And now I'm going to make sure that I push it down. I want to glue this in the center. Take my toothpick, get some E6000 jewelry glue, and I'm going to gently put the glue, not too much. If you get too much, you can spread it, and put it on your cat, put it on your ears. Make sure you get it on every part of it that you can. Now you're gonna dip it back with is more, and then you want to get a little bit of the tail, not the whole thing. You can pull the webs off later. Make sure that you're getting it right in the center before you push it down. You push it down, and that's what you're going to get so far. Now I could have cut this out a little better, but don't worry about that. I'm going to get some Mod Podge and a little brush. Okay. And now we're going to get the back of your cleaned cabochon, your glass cabochon, and make sure you're getting the edges with all this. And don't be afraid to use a good amount. It dries clear. Okay. Like I said, don't be afraid to use a good amount. Now we're going to position this over. We're going to hold this, and once it's positioned, we're going to push down. And then you'll see what it looks like after it's all done. Okay, so it's finished. I waited overnight, and I don't know if you're getting a good look at this. There's the ring light there. Again, trying to get the glare of, so I'm trying to get the glare of the ring light out. It really looks nice and sparkly. You can use any color cardstock you want. They have tons of cardstock. They have glitter cardstock in lots of colors, and you can get a Halloween cat die cut and get an orange cardstock for the background and use the and they have glitter orange, which I have somewhere in my closet, but I didn't want to make a Halloween. So this is just one of them. There's many other cats in the collection. Now I left the tail out to hang. Now I could have trimmed it and then just have that, or you can find one where the tail is up. But I thought that was kind of whimsical to leave the tail kind of coming out of it to give it a three-dimensional look, if you can see that. And you could do it any way you want. And all I used was Mod Podge. Now I did use E6000 glue to glue the silver cardstock to the back, the bottom, the inlay of the pendant, the tray part. And then I used some E6000 glue again with the toothpick to put the cat on there. Then I let that dry. And then I took the glass cabochon, made sure it was clean so that there's no fingerprints. And then I put some Mod Podge on and then pressed it down, put something heavy on it for a bit, and then took that off and let it just dry overnight. And it dries clear. I got the glossy luster, the high gloss one of the Mod Podge. This is what it looks like. It's all finished. Like I said, it may take 24 hours for the Mod Podge to dry because it is under glass. But that was what adhered the glass cabochon to it. Now I will be posting the link for the cat dyes below, as well as for these big glass cabochons. Now look how big this is. Now if you look in my jewelry tutorial playlist, you will see a lot of different jewelry tutorials I did using these glass cabochon pendants. And remember to always clean the glass cabochon. You can clean the top later, but the bottom part, you don't want fingerprints to be encapsulated underneath that, because once the Mod Podge dries, then you'll be stuck with them. So make sure it's clean. Use a little rubbing alcohol on a Q-tip and clean that, or a paper towel. So this really looks nice. I'm trying to get the proper lighting without glares, but when you see this, the way the light hits it, and you can use any kind of color glitter cardstock, or you can use plain cardstock if you don't want the glitter, but I love it. So I'm just giving you different views of this. I just love the way it looks in the light, and you can use different cat cutouts from the cat die set. There's different cats. This one fit good, but the tail I left sticking out purposely. Now you can trim it, or you can pick a different one. There's so many different cats in the cat die. You could even use a cat sticker if you prefer, because if you look at my jewelry tutorial playlist, I have tons of glass cabochons using stickers. So the beauty of these glass cabochons is they're very deep, the pendant tray part. So I really love this, and look how nice that looks. So if you really enjoyed this tutorial, please give it a like and share this with anyone that you may know that may be interested in creating. So please subscribe, and also remember to click that notification bell so you're notified when I upload my newest comment. And if you have any questions or you just want to say hello, leave a comment. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my videos. Bye.